I'm being honest, probably the dolphins when I was doing The New Adventures of Flipper. Hi, I'm Jessica Alba, and I'm about to get very honest. If I'm being honest, the first moment I knew I was famous was when my parents pitched a tent in their front yard and had a stack of headshots for me to sign, and like literally hundreds of people lined up at Christmas. If I'm being honest, there's so many. It's hard to choose from. Jeans and dresses, that was a combo. I did a lot. I owned that era. Doesn't need to come back. To be honest, the first time I presented at the Oscars, I was in this gold Versace dress. I remember I went to Donatella's atelier in Milan and just like gossiping with her, and basically it was like her closet, and trying on these insanely beautiful gowns, and then flying home and going to the show. But I felt like I had won. I was like, I made it, you know? I had such bad imposter syndrome. It was kind of the first time I really felt kind of embraced or accepted by Hollywood. To be honest, of course, Honey Daniels, because she is a trained dancer, where Nancy feels more self-taught. But if you're gonna go down a dark alley with someone, I'd take Nancy, because she could also throw down, I think, in a way that Honey probably couldn't. If I'm being honest, probably the dolphins when I was doing The New Adventures of Flipper. I was going through a lot as a teenager, and it was a very healing experience. If I'm being honest, one time I had to stick up for myself on a set that I can remember vividly was on the set of Into the Blue. They wanted me to get in the water with like a tiger shark, and they like put chum in the water, and I was like, no way in hell. And I basically told the director he can go in the water if he wanted to, but I wasn't going to. And I remember feeling weird about it because it was like me having to stand up to all these like grown men, and I felt still really young, but I'm proud of myself for doing that at a young age. Probably Dark Angel. I think when I was like 17 or 18 and really kind of carrying a 1-hour action drama, it was a lot. And I felt such a respect and allegiance with the crew. And I really fell in love with the collaboration of telling stories and creating with the crew. It was awesome. And frankly, that's how I walk into every set, with that same respect for everyone behind the camera. Is just as important, if not more, I would say, than the people in front. If I'm being honest, 2004 Jessica was swaggy, but still very insecure. And I would say the 2024 Jessica I'm standing, I feel, totally in my power. Honestly, I'd love for you to watch Trigger Warning. It's only on Netflix.